Hey, this is Chris Miglino. I'm at the EF Hutton conference in New York City with Sequire Spotlight. I am here with Dante Caravaggio.
That's right.
Is that good? I should be able to say that, and I'm Italian too. So HNR Acquisition Corp. Dante, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah,
thank you.
Pleasure, my pleasure.
So Dante, tell us about you're in the oil and gas business. I heard you're a legend in the oil and gas business.
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes, Chris, I'm well known. I'm well known around the world as a major celebrity. And in New York, frankly, I dress as a disguised individual just so I can get to this event.
Well, they let you in today.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Thank you.
So tell us about what's going on in the oil and gas business and what you guys are doing in the oil and gas business.
Okay, we recently de-SPAC'd or unspacked or no longer are a SPAC on November 15th of 2023. We are an oil and gas company. We produce out of 550 wells in New Mexico, Eddy County, just outside Hobbs, New Mexico. That's about 150 miles north of Area 51, which is pretty well known. Okay. And we have 350 producers, 200 injectors. We're water flood. And for some of your viewers, the largest oil field in the world is the South Ghawar field in Saudi Arabia. The reason some of the guys say I'm famous, I was a project manager on that for Aramco. We took water from the Arabian Gulf, injected into that field, and today it's the largest oil field in the world, makes 4 million barrels a day. Wow. We're just like that, except we make 1,000 barrels a day, okay?
How do you inject water to get oil? How does that happen?
Okay, so you start with a study. You correlate the oil sands between producers and injectors, and you make a pattern. The pattern that we have for HNR in New Mexico, it's called a 5-spot. And if you looked at a dice and said the number 5, what does that look like? And said that's a 5-spot, that's our pattern. You have a producer in the middle with injectors on the corners. Okay, so we have 150 patterns where we inject water on the edges and produce oil out the middle. Now, the water injection requires pressure, so we have 12 stations that inject water by using treated water. We take produced water, recycle it, clean it, treat it for bacteria using chlorine, and we take out solids by using I'll say a coarse filter. Then we inject it down the ground, comes back up with oil from the producer, separates in a treating facility. The oil goes to market. Chevron is the buyer of our crude. The water, we recycle it again. We clean it, we treat it, we inject it in the ground, and you got the story.
Do you have to drill? You have to drill before you put the water down there? Or is the water acting as the drill?
No. The injectors and the producers all had to be drilled.
Okay.
But they were all drilled 30, 40 years ago. We're taking a mature field, converting certain wells to injectors, and all you got to do is perforate the wells where you want to inject the water, and then voila, you have a water injector. The producers, you perforate it where you want to produce it. You run a downhole pump, and that downhole pump operates mechanically with a mechanical pump at the surface that looks like this. It goes like that. So everybody has seen it. They call it a horsehead pump that has counterbalances that spin around the back.
Everybody's used to seeing.
Everybody's seeing it.
Right.
We have 342 of those, and they just sit there all day doing this, moving that pump up and down, moving oil to the surface, and then we sell it down a line.
And what are how many barrels a day are you producing out of this field?
1,000 barrels of oil a day, 7,000 barrels of water per day.
Okay.
So that's the rough stats. And we don't use any fresh water. In fact, we make money by taking some of our offset producers, take their produced water, and we condition it and inject it. So we become a de facto water disposal company for them, that we make money from that, but it helps us make oil, so we get a double whammy.
So you've been de-SPAC since November.
Yes, sir.
So you're now a public company.
That's it.
Welcome to the club there.
Yeah,
How's that feel?
It's so exciting.
Yeah?
It's just great. but it was a nightmare getting there. It was honestly a wire brush bath. So we got through it. We had to do everything the government wanted. You have SEC regulations, NYSE American regulations, and it's really been a very fun journey, but it's been tough because there's so many rules that govern what you have to do. And so for those of your viewers that are, I'll say, sophisticated public company viewers,
all of them,
we have recently filed our 10K, so everybody can see our financials. They're all out there on the web, www.hnra-nysc.com. You can see all that, and all the required filings are out there, coming, or whatever you want to say.
And so on the, what are the KPIs that somebody could watch for you this year? How many more, what can they measure? More barrels of oil, more wells? What's the criteria that somebody could be looking at?
Really for our company, I think somebody should watch the production. What's the oil production doing? Our goal is to get to 4,000 barrels a day, and that journey really is starting slow because we have a lot of housekeeping to do. We have to make sure that the infrastructure is proper and safe so we don't have spills or fires, and the flaring's kept to a minimum or not at all ideally, and that the production is efficient, reduced energy, maximize water recycling. And that journey has taken us almost 6 months. So now we're running 2 rigs in the field to increase production. We're up about 75 barrels a day in the last 30 days, and we should keep going. Hopefully 50 barrels a day a month is our goal, and if we can exceed that, we're delighted. So you can do the easy math. We're hoping to be 2,000-3,000 barrels up from here in 3 to 4 years. That's a quick summary.
And what happens to the price of oil here? What's your prediction of where we're going as we sit here? What is it?
It's
end of or mid-May.
It was down a little bit. Yeah, it was down a little bit today. My prediction is it's going to go up and down, and then it's going to go up, and then it's going to go down, and then it's going to go up, then it's going to go down, and then it's going to go up. So those are you got to follow that right there. Those are some good words on the oil industry. Yeah, did that cover it more?
I think you got it good. It's like a Bitcoin prediction, right?
Well, to answer it a little bit more, we're hedged. 70% of our production is hedged at 70. So frankly, we don't care what oil does for the bulk of our production because we paid the money to guarantee a sales price.
Okay, great.
And the banks have caused us to do that, and it's a good conservative business requirement. But of course, we hope oil goes gently up and steady, but there's so many factors involved. I can't tell you what it's going to do, but we run the company with my CFOs out there like the oil prices are going to go down, because that's the prudent thing and safe thing to do.
And you never know.
We never know.
I appreciate you taking the time to meet with us here, Dante. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chris.
I wish you the best luck. I hope you get to 4,000 barrels a day.
That's what we want.
That's where you're going to go.
Okay.
So everybody watch out for HNR Acquisition Corp. So put it on your screen. And where can they find you on the web? www.HNRA- in the middle of the letter NYSE, like New York Stock Exchange.com. All right.
Okay, thank you. See you later.